guys, what's going down? I'm back. It's Paul. This is Pauline Theology's Daily Devo, man. We hitting Gideon up, man. We're deep in the story, and glad you guys are listening. So if it's your first time, what we do here is we go over the scriptures every day and just read through it, see what it has to say, what it actually is talking about. Then second, we look at it and see how we can understand and know God a little bit better. Second, we see how it depicts people, human beings, and how we can see ourselves. And then third, we try to apply those principles to our lives, man. So let's jump on into it. We're hot into the story, man. Up until now, we've got Gideon, man, scaredy cat, but God calls him, and he listens to what he's got to say. He tests him a little bit, but he still does, in the end, does what God says. And then Midianites finally came up, man, and now we got the attack. It's about to be the war. War about to go down, man. We're in Judges chapter 7. It says, then Jerubbaal, man, I got that. I'm having a difficult time saying that. Jerubbaal, that is Gideon, and all the people who were with him arose early and encamped beside the spring of Harod. And the camp of Midian was north of them by the hill of Moreh in the valley. The Lord said to Gideon, the people with you are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel boast over me, saying, my hand has saved me. Now therefore proclaiming to the ears of the people, saying, whoever is fearful and trembling, let him return home and hurry away from Mount Gilead. The 22,000 of the people returned, and only 10,000 remain. And the Lord said to Gideon, the people are still too many. Take them down to the water, and I will test them there. And anyone whom I tell you, this one shall go with you, shall go with you. And anyone whom I say to you, this one shall not go with you, shall not go. So he brought the people down to the water, and the Lord said to Gideon, everyone who laps the water with his tongue as a dog laps, you shall set by himself. Likewise, everyone who kneels down to drink, and the number of those who lapped, putting their hands to their mouth, was 300. But all the rest of the people knelt down to drink water. And the Lord said to Gideon, with the 300 men who lapped, I will save you and give the Midianites into your hand, and let all of the others go every man to his home. So the people took provisions in their hands and their trumpets. And he sent all the rest of Israel, every man to his tent, but retained the 300 men, and the camp of Midian was below him in the valley. What happened, man? What's going on? What's occurring in the story? Well, it looks like the Midianites had camped, previously we hadn't read this, but the Midianites had camped at Jezreel. And then Gideon took his people there to camp at Mount Horah. Where was it? Mount Gilead. And then there was so many people, 22,000. And God said, that's too many. He said, we're going to weed them out, man. And so first thing he said is, like, everybody who's scared, go ahead and tell them they can go home. And 12,000 went home. Only 10,000 remain. And the next guy was still like, bro, there's too many people, because if they win this battle, they're going to think they did it. And they ain't going to give me credit, man. They ain't going to remember me as God. So after that, God said, go ahead and let me take them down to the water. I'll test them. And it's like, and the ones I tell you to keep, you keep. The ones I tell you to go, you tell them to go on, go ahead and go home. And so we went down there, he asked them to drink a cup of whey. One of them was either getting their leaves, put the water in their hands and kind of cup it and drink it, or if they got on their mouth and just kind of licked it up or drank it straight from the source. You know what I'm saying? Straight up out of the water. Well, it said 300 men drank it straight up out of the water, while the other ones put it in their hand and drank it. And so God was like, well, we'll just keep the ones who drank it out of the water, straight up out of the water, with the 300 folks. And he says, with the 300 folks, I will give you the people into your hand. Ooh-wee. He whittled them down, didn't he, man? So I should say, man, what can we say about God in this thing? Well, first off, God wants all the glory because it's him. He wants you to remember that he is the power that does it. He does it through us, which is a powerful thing, and he loves that. He enjoys that he is able to use us as the means by which he can accomplish his task, because we enjoy that, man. We want to be vessels of honor. We want to be people with purpose. And so I think that's an awesome thing that he partners with us. But he wants you to remember it's his glory. It's because we boast too much sometimes in our own might. And this whole thing right here is about not being strong enough. Gideon's scared, fearful. Now the army is not powerful enough to be able to defeat them. And so what's crazy is 22,000, and they thought they would have been able to beat this army that is supposed to be vaster than the sands on the seashore. You know what I mean? It says they can't even tell how many people there are. They're unable to count. But God knew that they was going to boast. Because even though, like the movie 300, the 300 people stave off all of Persia or something like that. And now we boast in the power of those men. But this right here is this is like an insurmountable odd in the same way. And the only way that they could have defeated these people is through God. And he wants them to know that. He wants them to recognize that. So they don't think by their own power. And then second, what does it say about us, man? That we love the glory, homie. We love the glory. Yeah, because we think that we are able to, we love the glory. Yeah, we can do things on our own, but we are weak. And that is something that we need to remember. And it is with God, when he partners with us, that we can do powerful and great things. So it's not that we can't do powerful and great things. We're mighty beyond measure. But it's because we are doing it through the ability and the power of the Lord. How can we apply this to our lives, man? Is when you're weak, you are strong. When you're at your weakest, and when we rely on and fall and be faithful to the one who is good, that is when we are at our strongest. That is when we are powerful beyond measure. That is whenever we can conquer mountains. Like Jesus says, mountain be moved or cast into the sea, and it will be. It's because we trust in the one who has all power. That's the application today. And so, man, as we go through, as we end, man, let's trust in Jesus. Let's trust in God and his power, his sovereignty, his command over all things. Let's rely on him and be faithful to him. Thanks for listening, guys. And we'll see you on the next episode.